All right, so when you're traveling, would you rather stay in a friend's home or in a hotel?
Hotel, 110% of the time.
Okay, why do you keep staying at my house then?
We do a lot, maybe our most impactful and memorable work, very, very late at night. Also, there's not really a ton of hotels around where you live. So it's like, I'm not going to get wasted and just, do Captain Morgan 17 where we're all like jacked up on sauce. And then next thing you know, I'm like, anyway, ahoy, Brian. The captain has to set sail to the Lockheed Town.
Out of time!
What?
Brian
What?
Trustwood.
What? Oh, shit,
Justin Robert
motherfuckers.
Young. The terrorist.
Hey, beautiful people, it's Not Attack, bringing you the best and the worst of the internet ever since anyone was ever paying attention. Hello, beautiful people. It is live on a Monday night, and I am here in studio with a recipe for nothing but success. We have here, live in studio, one, Justin Robert Rubles III. What is going on, JRY?
Holy crap. This is going to be a hell of a show. Not even going to go for an intro. Let's toss it to our guest, making a return appearance to the program since that one episode that we almost deleted. It is Korey and Martin from doubletoasted.com.
Thank you. I recorded that shit on my cell phone. That was not going to go to waste.
Oh, no,
I
yeah.
was sitting up here like this the whole time. Move, Martin, move.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I was on, and last time Martin was on, you two got into a fight. We
know.
thought you got into a major fight.
Well,
I know.
okay, first of all,
The next day was up on World Stars. White boy sissy fight. It's just...
Well, and we've done like months and months of navel gazing, and we've actually changed like our whole post-show ritual to make sure that, because you guys have worked together longer than we have, and I assume to mention to each other.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh my
shit!
God.
Really?
We got that shit out years ago,
Okay.
man.
So
Yeah,
like
Jesus.
we didn't realize
It doesn't crack, by the way.
we did not realize that when you have a twinge or a little ankle twisting in the middle of the game, and you're like, hey man, yeah, I know you didn't mean it, but it was kind of fucked up when you said so and so. Like, we never had those post show comments, so we had like 4 years of that shit built up, and then the one time shit goes sideways, I'm like, fuck you, you never respected me.
It was a married fight.
It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Oh,
see
no,
you two have had
definitely.
like nice makeup sex.
Oh, God, yeah.
You're getting along very well.
Definitely.
You've seen a counselor.
Yes.
Listen, we have our boundaries recalibrated.
They're fighting now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
We take
are
turns
in a
wearing
whole
the
new
beard.
world.
Yeah,
It's adorable.
And see, that's the thing. Back in the day, you were just a young punk.
Yeah.
Now you're a man. You got facial hair.
I do.
You're a more mature person now.
I like to think so.
So
Yeah.
you two, you got that out the way, and I bet right now you feel so much better. The working relationship is so much smoother.
I mean, to be honest, this was like we had to take on the last level of Castlevania one more time. We had to
invite you guys back on.
Thank you,
to make
Alucard.
sure.
To prove.
Yes,
that
exactly. So we could
everything was still kosher.
We want the show. This is a very weird metaphor where we invite vampires into our house to prove stuff is kosher.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we come on, we almost break your shirt.
yeah.
Oh, dude,
I'm surprised you invite us back all the time.
Let's see what else we can break, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, don't invite us to do that.
Well,
So
I mean,
here, speaking of vampires, you had, Korey, quite an adventure making your way into the Brushwood home this evening.
Yes, vampires might need to be invited.
Yeah.
But Blackulas can walk right
and Black Draculas, too.
Oh, yeah.
And for those who don't know, I live in a very cookie cutter neighborhood where literally a third of all the houses are the exact same goddamn floor
in.
plan.
And
there's no lights.
And there are no lights, but all whites. There are no black people in this
all
neighborhood.
whites, no lights. Hold on. Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah, you ran the last one out. Yeah,
The last one.
Yeah, the last one that tried to move in here and try to have funny business.
I have a friend who also lives in this neighborhood, and his wife is Pakistani. So that's kind of like you two guys.
Sure, exactly. Yeah.
That is.
Brian's white and my ethnicity is
You are one of my
second extra on Homeland.
Yes, you were like one of my favorite interracial couples. But
Exactly.
But I was coming here to join the show, and they mentioned that they might be starting early. So I walked up to Brian's house and gently, I have to put extra letters in.
Extra syllable in there.
Gently, not gently, but gently. I tapped on the door a little bit, and nobody answered. So I know Brian sometimes says, "Hey, just come on in if you know you and everything." So I opened the door. The moment I opened the door, thank you for the sound effects right there. Apparently, I was going to.
And then the thuds.
This is how long y'all have been working
I know.
together. Is that Martin knows that he wasn't there, so he goes immediately into Foley.
Apparently, I was going to the Crypt Keeper's home. But I opened the door, and there was not Brian. It was this middle-aged, nice-looking, real fine-ass white woman.
Yeah.
Wait, not Bonnie.
Not your
Not
wife.
Bonnie,
No.
Okay,
Not your fine-ass white woman.
This is the moment you realize you've entered a stranger's house.
And at this point, I'm ready to be shot.
You're just like, Jesus, here I come. And then that's it.
I'm expected to get shot by not her, because I'm expecting her to yell rape, and the police right there just pelted me in the back.
Actually, instead she hits a buzzer and she goes, "We got one!"
I know. Police just pop out the bushes. But she looks at me, and normally, after rape, they'd be like, "Who are you?" But she didn't do it like that. She said, with a smile, "Who are you?" Like I said, like she was just waiting for the black man of her dreams to walk through the door one day. Like she had just been praying to Jesus that, God, send me some black cop.
Can I tell you, like, I have always been, ever since I was a kid, like, I never worried about calling the wrong phone number, because then it's like nobody knows you and you're like, oh, I called the wrong number. Bye, click. But like the idea of knocking on a door and having it open and be like, oh, this isn't my grandmother's house. I don't know. Like that used to scare the shit out of me. So to double down on that, to just walk into somebody else's house and have somebody friendly say, how are you?
No.
And to not look like him.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes.
This is how you
Which
know.
cannot be forgotten in this story.
See, this is how you know this is a safe neighborhood. Because when I walked in, she felt no fear. Because in her mind, she was probably saying, "Oh, if he was doing something wrong, this nigga would surely be dead."
So now wait, because here's my only thought, is that this is a bit in the boonies out here in Austin.
Yeah.
And for people who have never been to Austin, there is Texas, and then there is Austin, which has a little bit of that Willie Nelson kind of flavor
Kind
to
of vibe.
it.
So
Do you
she
think
may or may
maybe
not have been high.
just blazed as shit? All of a sudden, Korey Martin walks in.
What you say? Martin had walked in behind me?
No.
I
Sorry,
was thinking
yeah.
that is a porn
Yeah.
film about to happen right there.
Surprise!
Exactly.
Ice cream sandwich, the most picture.
Real quick. Now, at this moment,
Reverse ice cream sandwich.
you've been made as not belonging in the house. Sunbud in the chat just wants to know one thing: did you take this moment to say, "This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife," and then turn around and run away?
I didn't know what to do, because she said when she looked at me, she said, "Who are you?" And then it was followed by, "Can I help you?"
Yeah.
And now that I think about that, smile might have been like she really wanted to help me. Like,
Exactly.
like husbands on a business trip, isn't? But no,
Dude, you were one where the white women at from this going down.
and they are here.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to do, man. I didn't want to rat you out, so I stuttered for a little bit. I was like, Brian Brushwood.
No, wait, did you say
I
my
said
name?
that. I didn't say I'm looking for the baby. Brian Brushwood.
Okay. For the record, I did not know that anyone in the neighborhood knew who I was until this afternoon. There was a knock on the door. Okay, so I was upstairs, and then downstairs I hear the dog go absolutely nuts. Oh no, I was in the garage. I was putting some stuff away. The dog goes nuts. I hear a knock, doorbell ring. Bonnie is screaming because she's in the bathroom, and then and as I come out, the tea kettle is whistling. And I'm like, ah! So I turn off the tea kettle. I walk around. The dog's not gonna run out. I open the door, and the guy is just like, "Hey!" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He was like, "Pigeon adopted us," and I was like,
Wait, what?
He said a pigeon.
Stop this shit.
Yeah.
He said,
Maybe he's got a point.
No. This is like some Twin Peaks shit.
Okay.
Like,
it's gonna come back together. He goes, "Pigeon adopted us," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, that's my wife over there working in the yard." I look over and there's like some fat ass of a wife.
wow.
She was. I mean, by which
That's
I
your
mean,
neighbor, huh?
No. I mean, she was a lovely woman, but she was gardening such that her posterior
Her
was in
ass
the
was
air.
up in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if that was like he was bragging or what. And he goes, "Well, I just went to take out the garbage, and then this bird, it just is hanging out there." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, it's a pigeon, and it's got cuffs on both of its talons." And I was like, "Okay." Do you want me to? He's like, well, is it yours?
Because you're a magician. He thought that you perform with dogs.
Exactly. And he goes, well, I just figured, because of magic.
One of your performers is over here.
Exactly. And then that's the moment I realized that everybody knows I do magic.
Oh, yeah.
And that maybe you walking in and sing.
No, everybody
Brian
knows you, man.
Brushwood.
Everybody knows you
God
because
damn it.
this woman, when I said Brian Brushwood, she's like, oh, everybody comes in here looking for him.
No, that did not happen.
No, I'm not bullshitting. She says,
Really?
I swear to you.
Oh, shit. That's
She's-
a pinky promise.
That's a pinky promise for whatever that's.
Yeah, whatever that means.
What is that, a white person thing? Get out of here.
I'll swear on some Bible
Yeah,
if you want.
yeah.
All right.
Apparently, an 8-year-old white person thing too. Pinky swear with me. 8-year-old female white person. But she says, "Oh, everybody comes here looking for Brian," and she knew exactly where you were. She says, "He's just a couple houses down, this side of the street. Keep going."
Dude, I'm so glad you ratted me out. That's awesome.
And then she even said, and to show you how much she was not panicked, she's like, I was wondering what was going on because I have teenage girls upstairs. And I swear to God, she said this, and I do not know what this means, but I'm not lying about this. She says, I thought that you were someone coming over here to join them. I was like, is that an invitation?
Welcome to a new segment called Brian Makes a Note to Ask Which House he ended up at after the show.
Where your neighbor just asking for a strange black man to go upstairs to the teenage girl slumber party.
Man, that's interesting. You know what? I'm only going to get in trouble because all I want to do is figure out which house it was so that I can.
Hey, Brian.
Which is real inviting radio, to go door by door and discuss.
Let's move on.
I think your pictures are at a slumber party, by the way.
Bryce, we promised people that today we would bring them the most comprehensive Canadian election coverage they could possibly want. We have
Is that what everybody's been waiting for?
Yeah, we
yeah,
have a
dude.
panel of experts here.
People are tuned in
The
to
results
ESPN.
are in. So Bryce, why don't you go ahead and just feed us some of the news
Just
here.
the raw numbers. We'll
Yeah.
interpret it.
Okay, so you don't have a mic, so just go ahead and show me things that I can read on that big screen there. So zoom in a little bit. if you can.
All right, first of all, the OnePlus party that looks kind of like a Google logo with red around it apparently has 186.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's
I know,
a big,
right?
It's a big number,
called
especially
it.
for Canada. Meanwhile,
Here's your $10, Martin. We've been talking about this shit all day.
the C party. Martin, I know you're an expert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
all about
what
the
does the
C.
C stand for?
Canada.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's-
yeah.
No, it's-
Canadians first, I believe, is what they go by.
Sure. And then, of course, what is the
Canada first, of course, their platform is extremely. What they want to do is build a wall that separates America from Canada. They're
Yeah.
tired of us going up and giving them jobs. They say that.
Wow.
Yeah, that it's
Yeah,
they're
we
like-
saw just waiting. Like, yeah, man. Tell us about this wall, Brian.
What's funny is like, I don't know.
It's like this wall around
Yeah,
your mouth
I'm like,
right now.
Motherfucker, I thought we were playing volleyball.
Well, no.
Spike,
Now it's not gonna be a wall to keep people out. It's just gonna be a wall like at the Applebee's where you can like put some fun pictures on and like maybe an old jersey
Just to make it
or
festive.
two.
Okay, Brian, see, when he's going down in flames, this is when you come and scoop the ball up. and pass.
No, this is what I'm like. How's it feel, asshole?
Brian,
I'm building on the wall idea.
Brian, may I ask you something? Was
Yeah.
this Canadian bit his idea?
No. It was. Who can I throw under the bus? It was a child.
Y'all need to have another fight.
No. All right.
No, it won't
fake it.
happen.
We're
It
not
won't
gonna do
happen.
it.
Yeah, you just when you start bombing, just punch him in the face.
Well, here, just go ahead and Google Canadian election results. And maybe that'll be the best way because I think the big vote was whether or not they're going to get a new prime minister.
Brian's like, oh, crap.
I know.
He's doing real good.
Where do we go
good.
next?
We had so many weeks when we were doing so well. Invite these black motherfuckers. In here. Look what happens, man.
God damn it.
And those were his exact words. Too.
What? God damn it.
Brian, we are so glad to be here,
I know, man. I love it.
Yeah, I love you. I
this,
love
man.
you
I
with
love
all my
this.
heart.
Schwood, Coleman, Canada. We're running for Canadian office together right now.
So here we go. We pivoted. We
That's right.
recognize where it's not going well. We're pivoting this segment from Canadian election coverage to an announcement of you guys running for Prime Minister of Canada.
Prime Minister.
I'm gonna say, and specifically for wait, what's BC is British
Columbia.
British
yes,
Canadian.
fucking Brushwood Coleman for the BC that BC needs.
Yes, I'm gonna be
Nope,
the
nobody-
Obama of Canada. Coming up next.
Did you just say the BC needs?
Yeah, the BC that BC
I
needs.
respect your puns so much.
don't
better
you
right
know?
now.
You're going for a bee's knees pun? Is that what's happening?
That's what it sounded like you were going for. I was just
no,
checking.
I was saying I was doing like Brushwood Coleman is BC and British right.
British
okay,
Canadian.
Moving
Okay.
moving
All right.
forward.
All right. That's cool.
It's fine. It's going great. It's going great.
No, that works, man. BC Brushwood.
Right. But
Brushwood Coleman.
BC, black and Caucasian.
Black and
Oh,
Asian.
multiple meanings.
No,
Right.
we ain't leaving this segment till it works.
Yeah. No, there we go.
Yes, Canada. BC.
Do you have any campaign promises for Canada?
Oh yeah.
They're going to smoke 10% less crack than
And
Ralph Ford.
20% more weed.
Yes. Yes.
BC.
BC.
For ME.
Our running slogan is up in this bitch. BC. Won't you vote for me, Brian?
Because
we will bring more weed, take out the crack.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada, yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Woo! BC.
Yeah.
They're the bee's knees.
Yeah.
And that concludes our Canadian election coverage.
I enjoyed that very much.
I thought it was really great too. Everybody, if you
I
enjoyed
learned so
it,
much about Canadian politics from that.
Well,
you can go ahead and donate to patreon.com/nightattack. That's where we keep the show motherfucking moving. 1,786 folks are doing
the
it.
flyest motherfuckers on the planet.
Why don't you guys
Wow.
do it as well? It really, really means a lot. And your money is in part bringing 3 live in-studio shows in a row, starting this week, next week, the week after.
That's
We're
right, man.
live in studio here in
So let me
Austin.
ask you something. So, is that the number of money you make per show?
We make-
no, well, you know, Patreon's
No, I
got
don't
that-
know. I'm
that-
not white boy rich like you.
God damn it!
Explain it to me.
Explain
it to me, boss.
It's white people.
White people rich.
It's-
I'm
it's-
sorry.
Okay,
don't be
also,
genderist.
I'm almost positive you guys make more per episode than we do.
That is not true.
Really?
Maybe, but you know. But man, we start getting that Canada money in, boy. Shit. But no, that is great.
Whip.
Can I just? I know I'm not going
No,
to take
no,
over the
go-
show.
no.
I want to take.
No,
'cause
not gonna take over.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to take over. But I've been wanting to come in and say this because I've been talking shit the whole time. But I want to say one thing to Brian that I don't get a chance to say because Brian always runs his fucking mouth.
Which is, of course, why you're looking at the camera and not me, because you want to tell this.
No, because I want to tell the people.
He wants to tell the people that he wants to tell you
I want to tell
something.
him.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
let
right,
the people
all right.
know this. Okay.
Yeah.
Myself and Martin and everybody we have here have the good fortune to have this website that we have right now, our website, doubletoasted.com, but it would not be possible if Brian Brushwood did not come in and push me and help me immensely to do this.
very
So
true.
I've never had a platform to
you're
come in and say.
You're talking about the Kickstarter thing. And all
The
that stuff.
Kickstarter
Yeah.
and everything else and keeping everything going, that would not have been possible had you. I was
Dude,
about to
okay,
move to
yeah,
Turkey.
yeah,
If you had not talked me out of that and told me to do Kickstarter and all that kind of
Jeez,
stuff, I
man,
wouldn't.
people wanting to thank you, but you won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Let's
See,
let
that's
him
what
do
I'm
it.
talking about.
I
I'm
know.
done, though. I just want to say I never had a chance to come out and say
There's
thank you.
there's an alternate universe where you're just surrounded by people who look like me.
Yes.
Dude, for the record, like, I remember you saying, like, oh, man, it's bad news. Looks like they're shutting this shit down. I'm like, motherfucking, no.
Yeah.
This can't. And then you featured my daughters. I want to think it was my daughters, their cameo in your,
And my
in your
Kickstarter
video.
video. Yeah.
Yeah.
You help, Brian. You
That's an economic mover, white girls.
You're the godfather, Brian. I mean, like,
Yeah.
at the point when we get the message saying, like, hey, can you come be on the show? the answer is already yes.
God damn
Yeah,
it. It only makes me more of an asshole that I'm not even the one who called you directly. Like Bryce was like, "Who do you want?" We're like, "I don't know. Korey and Martin would be great."
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, Bryce do all your dirty work. Which, by the way, man, Bryce is awesome on Silicon Valley. Love that.
You took that shit from me 'cause I was gonna say he came in. I was like, I told him, I said, man, have we met before? I think I know you. And I've been looking at you the whole time. I didn't even get to do it in like the pre-show because I've been saving it to say. That's why I thought I knew you because you look like that fucking dude on Silicon Valley.
Spaghetti.
Everybody's like,
Martin, by the way, has had that stone in his back pocket, just waiting to sling it.
but you're right, man. Have people seen Bryce?
Sure. No, everybody knows. Watch for the photoshops in 3, 2, 1, and
I love that the photoshops are just going to be screen grabs from Silicon Valley. Like, oh my God, wow, it's an amazing coincidence, you guys.
Well, I would just say tonight is normally my night off, but I had a lot of shit to do. But I said if Brian calls, if Brian's assistant or whatever.
Hey man, talking about stuff. Now normally you guys
I'll come here for you.
You guys normally are not available because on Tuesday nights you guys are usually seeing screenings of new movies coming out or whatever.
That's
but
actually why we wanted to have you on because we were doing a rare Monday episode because
Sure.
we had to move the show.
Right.
We're like, oh,
So,
well, this is the time we could do it.
naturally, once we had you guys locked in, we're like, how can we ruin all this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's make them, watch a world premiere trailer.
Yeah.
So we made sure that ESPN on their online service had no commercials except for one commercial where they played the Star Wars trailer, which we just watched together. And I got to tell you, between you three assholes and this asshole, pointing to me, audio listeners, I fully expected some kind of snarky ass comment during that trailer, but instead it was like a fucking spell had been cast over us, and all of us were there in the moment. Like, did you have I know you're a cynic, I know you're a believer, you're agnostic, I'm Hindu. It's like what did you feel watching?
Brian, you are far from Hindu.
Yeah, I mean, in Star Wars,
you're straight up Jesus.
Star Wars. I fucking believe all of the expanded universe. I have 80 million Star Wars gods, and some of them have trunks and hammerheads and cantinas and bounty hunters.
I'm just saying, nobody who orders that much moist brisket from Rudy's can call themselves a Hindu anything.
Yeah. I'm a believer. You are a cult follower.
Yes. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Accurate.
You're a Pharisee.
Wait, well, fuck you. You're Jesus Christ.
All right, so what were the thoughts on the trailer or the Star Wars Force Awakens in general?
Well, I have been looking forward to every bit of Star Wars. Whatever detail comes out, poster, clip, trailer. So I'm not,
do you read spoiler sites?
I don't care. I'm not a big spoiler type person. I don't
Brian
care if I
totally
read.
does.
Nope, not me. I don't.
You don't?
I haven't. And in fact, I noticed when the poster came out, I tweeted out like, "Hey, that's weird. Luke Skywalker, who's definitely in this movie, is
Not on the poster."
In the poster.
Yeah, we
I was like,
talked
"That's
about
weird." And then I was like, and I had to put in all caps like, "No spoilers, please." And then of course everyone, speculated all these weird things.
Yeah, but just stop doing that shit, man. Everybody just everybody wants to avoid all this information. I remember growing up and I couldn't stop reading information. I mean, I grew up in that age where it's like we would get tidbits of stuff about a movie and I couldn't get enough of it. So today to just have all this information dumped on me at one time, I'm excited about it.
Well, no. And I'm not going to be bitter about anything I find out because, keep in mind, part of the reason we loved Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi was because we bought the action figures beforehand. That's why we knew who Boba Fett was. That's why we knew who the Ewoks were and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, embrace that, but also don't go out seeking it. Don't go out, trying to deconstruct the movie ahead of time.
Well, of course, I don't see. You get on the internet and people say, "Well, now we live in this world where everybody just throws it at you." It's like, ain't nobody making you go to that website. See, you're one of those dudes who don't want to look, but you pop open that laptop just a little bit. You can't help yourself.
First of all, yes,
it's
accurate.
It's
Oh, no,
not the
I've-
websites that have the information. It's the assholes who go grab that information and then post it out there. Or you're just on Facebook, just going through your feed. Hey, what are my friends up to? Oh, what am I up to? I'm telling you what's going on in the Star Wars movie that you didn't want to know.
Well, I can only imagine. I mean, for you guys, running a movie community site and probably friending other people in the movie community or fans of your programming, that is just your entire Facebook feed.
is just all movie
It's a lot.
spoilers.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of it. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna just let you know something about myself. I'm that petty motherfucker, man. Where I'm not. Yeah, no, believe it or not, I know that's a surprise, but. I'm not. I love Star Wars. I'm not, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I
Yeah.
don't know every bit of lore. I don't know every name. I can probably get by on like half, like Star Wars trivia
Sure.
or something.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not even watching it for the love of Star Wars or anticipating this for the love of Star Wars. I'm watching to see how much this makes the prequels look like shit.
Oh, dude,
Oh, come
man,
on.
I hope it's
takes
a
nothing to make
mega.
the prequels look like
But
shit.
I just want to know because for
By
you
the way,
and me,
I love also Martin is there. He already has the day 2 argument because the day 1 argument is it was better than the prequels.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it'll be right. He's camped out on the lawn that nobody else has taken down the argument. Like, yeah, not a high hurdle.
yeah, exactly. But no, I want to take that and just shove it. I want this movie to be brilliant. I want it to be
Yeah.
everything that the prequel should have been, so they can take this shit and shove it down the throats of all these kids who come up talking about, well, you just nitpicking on the prequels. You know,
Okay.
you didn't grow up with it like I did.
Oh
Fuck
my
you.
God!
Fuck
Wait.
you.
Oh, I didn't even realize that running a movie community means that you have that person in your ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I get-
the prequels are actually good. You just need to. Pay
I've heard so
attention
many
to 'em.
times
Oh,
the
dude.
prequels are not that bad. Suck it. Or I like the prequels. Fuck you. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'm not coming from this shit from like from a Star Wars fan point of view.
Yeah.
I'm coming from a movie fan.
Yes.
They're
boring,
they're
shitty
bad
movies.
movies that
Yeah.
badly told stories, and they've somehow fooled all these people grown people who should know better. We can sit up here talking about, oh yes, you just don't understand.
But that's a
You're not
common
true Star Wars
phenomenon,
fan
right?
like I am.
Because
Yes,
everybody-
Lord.
Yes, amen.
Amen.
The Force.
But like everybody has those movies that they love more than they should as a kid.
Sure.
Right? It just happens that there is a generation for which those are Star Wars movies.
Hang on, real quick. We have breaking news. We
That's
have
not the
photos.
guy.
No,
Is
yeah.
that the wrong guy?
No,
That's
no,
the
but
wrong
it's Big
guy.
Head.
Wrong guy?
Big Head.
Big head. Yeah.
Big head.
No,
Yes.
it's got to be
Yeah.
Big Head. Okay,
don't-
all
don't
right.
try to
No,
be
he
Wow.
looks like
Miller.
Big Head.
Okay, audio
Although the
listeners.
fact that somebody thought it was him kind of almost invalidates like how much he looks
It's
like.
the
I mean,
hair,
I
but
mean,
no.
first of all, they all look exactly the same. They all look Silicon Valley as fuck. Which
There
is
we
why
go.
they're on the
There's
show.
Big
That's
Head
him.
right there.
Oh my god damn!
Brian's like, oh, what's
All
the
right,
big difference?
all
It's
we
just
need
like,
to
holy
do-
shit.
Yeah, I swear to God, I really think it was you when I came in.
That is amazing. That is.
There was a moment where Corey walked in and Bryce was like, oh, hey, man, nice to meet you. And Corey definitely did a double take and said, wait, have we not met?
I did. In my line, I said,
Hold up, for real.
do you program and do coding?
I kind of wanted in this because apparently this is going to be the final trailer, right? Before the movie comes out.
Maybe.
Maybe, I guess.
There's a new one every 3 weeks.
I mean, well, no. I mean, last time we had a new one was at Star Wars Celebration, right? And then,
Yeah.
and then before
Well,
that, it
no,
was
then
only
there were
the
like
teasers.
there were like the different. I guess there was like a different frame from a Korean version of the trailer.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there was like Instagram little snippets of.
They added more stormtroopers and
yeah.
seriously, so.
I kind of want to. I do just want a little story
No,
before we go into
want
it.
none. I in fact,
I'd
the
like
longer-
a little. Look. Say it's not Star Wars. Any other movie gives you a little bit of story, so you kind of know what you're getting into. Like,
Well, because
ooh,
also
I
it
like that.
scares me if there's none.
Yeah,
It's because like bad movies have no story in the trailers
Well, the thing
up
is,
to the final trailer.
there's great-
Fantastic Four. The final Fantastic Four trailer was just a bunch of people using their powers and the Fantastic Four logo.
But there's
that's
plenty
the
of great
hallmark.
movies. I mean, there's plenty of great movies with awful trailers. There's plenty of shitty movies with really good trailers.
True.
I mean, the trailer can just show you some stuff that's in there. It's nice to get a little bit of story, but I mean, I'm sure this movie would be good.
Not a lot.
If it's, I mean, it can't help but be better than the trailers.
All right.
But to me, I say it needs to be on the level of Guardians of the Galaxy, because that was the space opera movie that came in and said, okay, look, this is how you do this now.
Yeah, you sell a world, you sell an environment, you sell characters, and oh, by the way, I guess there's a what's it that we have to put in the hooba jube in order to save the world.
Honestly, I was telling Corey, like I'm not so much a cynic, but my only thing I fear with the Star Wars movie and J.J. Abrams is that it's going to be too much fan service of just showing you stuff from the original trilogy, going, huh?
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw that poster. I was like, another Death Star? How many times are you going to build this fucking Death Star?
Dude, here's what I would love.
I mean, it's not a Death Star. apparently. It's,
Okay,
you know,
fuck.
they convert a planet. I'm just saying.
Dude,
I'm
I'm
a
with
Star
you,
Wars
man.
fan.
It's like, look,
I'm just.
Can I just real quick
Yeah.
play the
Satan?
I'm gonna unite that.
Sure.
I'm gonna unite Israel and Palestine right here because
Sure.
I think,
Jesus.
Finally.
Which
because
one's which?
and guess which one is which.
I know. I feel like Justin's both of them.
He could be, but you got like that William Shatner Jew thing going on in there.
British Columbia.
Exactly.
There you go.
That blue-eyed Jew.
But I see both of your points in this because you saying you don't want to see any story. I think that's what J.J. Abrams has done well with this is that he says in this day and age where everything can be put out there, I want to go back to what it was like during the period of these movies that their high time where you went in not knowing a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think that it would be nice to know a little bit of story. Especially after what we just went through, you know.
No,
Just
but
a little, like-
understand.
This is the thing.
Well-
I think this is wrong. Boom. That's it. That's all I need.
The thing is, go ahead.
illustration of a conflict and who are the players in that, and that's fine.
Okay, but-
Take it from there.
But like we've talked about this before, it's like questions are always better than answers, right? The original trilogy was wonderful because they're like, oh, what were the Clone Wars? Oh, what's this crazy planet? Who farms moisture? I don't understand this. And you have all these questions that make you want to experience more of this lived-in universe. The prequels were all about answers, not just in the movies itself. You're like, oh, that was the Clone Wars. Oh, I guess that's Anakin Skywalker as an 8-year-old or whatever. But not only that, but the development of them was all about answers as well. You know, they were feeding content to the Force.net. That was nothing but like, here's everything you're gonna find out at the movie, and then you went to the movie, you're like, yep, all that shit was in there. You know, where it's like I think this is a testament. Like they're going out of their way to be all like, you know, screw you, it's on film. Screw you, it's we're not telling you anything. And it's like to me, they're selling mystery and surprise, and that is what. Has
Which
me
in the
super
end,
excited.
both of you will win because if it's a good movie, you know.
Yeah, if it's a good movie, it's good. But to Martin's point, Guardians of the Galaxy, for a big space opera, fairly simple story. There's a dude, he gets into some shit, like, they solve the shit. Boom.
I don't think they can go as simple as they did with Star Wars, and they sure as hell don't need to go as complicated as they did with the prequels. But the one thing that was wrong, really, with the prequels, their sense of lightheartedness was in the wrong place. Jar Jar Binks, that was their sense of humor in the movie. That was their funny character.
Yeah.
They didn't have a character that we could relate to.
Yeah,
Well, some people would say Jar Jar Binks, he's black like me. But,
No,
you
no,
know,
no, no, no.
shuffling around.
No, you're right.
But
No.
Han Solo, we did not have a Han Solo type character in that.
Well, and understand also
the prequels was a 55 or 60-year-old man in his Marin house filling up a room by himself with farts and then opening up the door and allowing America to smell them.
So, but like, understand, there was some
pretty
genuinely,
nice.
there was some genuinely stupid stuff that took you out of the universe in the first two movies, but it was still awesome. You know, if you watch the original Star Wars, you see there's a pair of dice hanging from essentially the rear view mirror of the Millennium Falcon. Have you ever seen that?
I saw that, and there's articles that say
Like they removed it later
that
or
mistakes
whatever.
in movies or whatever, and you always see that one still of them circling those dice. I thought that was fake.
Yeah, well, no. That was a real thing, and then also like even the line. I remember even as a kid being familiar with like, oh, I know when cars have a hard time starting, you'll push them from behind, and then you pop the clutch and you get it started. And so that moment when Leia says in Empire, like, oh, would it help if I got out and pushed? I was like, that's weird that's a 20th century reference in the middle of this universe from a far away. But I would have thought like during the prequels, it lost all of their sense of humor. Everything was either so dumb it was beneath me as far as the humor department or dry bullshit. But I feel like they got it because I heard the leak was that there's an X-Wing fighter pilot named Ello Asti, which is a reference to the Beastie Boys album Hello Nasty, and it's like I'm so okay with that. And I don't
not.
know what you're not okay.
Uh-oh! You broke Corey's spirit.
No.
Everything
why
was
would you be
cool
okay
until
with that?
Ella asked him.
Tell the fucking story. See, that's what if you want.
Are you okay with these squid-looking people being called the Mon Calamari, which calamari, fucking squid dish? You okay with that?
And what What is that from?
Fucking
That's from
Return of the Jedi.
That's
Oh,
Admiral
Also,
Akbar.
it shouldn't have mattered.
Return,
Shouldn't have mattered.
Return of the Jedi is one where I go back and look at it and I'm like, wow, there's some great things in here, but this is not a great movie.
No, I agree. I agree. But I mean, and
And
keep
no,
in
I'm
mind,
not all right with that calamari shit. No.
and
To answer your goddamn question.
All right. And by the way, I'm a hypocrite because I hated Chewbacca doing the Tarzan yell, and I hated the Sarlacc burping. So there, fuck all that.
Oh, there we go,
Yeah,
folks. It's already
BC.
BC 2015.
Brushwood Coleman.
The brand new Prime Minister of Canada has already got some heat all up on his ass
Wait,
because
is it called Night Attack Show?
Yeah, I saw you
I
say.
tweeted out the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, you.
I thought you
Brian-
were doing a bit. All of a sudden, I see right before we start that Martin tweets out, "I'm on Attack the Show."
You should have grabbed me. Now see, I was gonna send it to you, and everybody was like, "No, not yet." So I like put it away.
And I was
All right,
like,
never mind.
oh, I thought maybe it's like a bit or something.
No,
That, like,
no
that-
bit. I
that's-
said it wrong. That's the bit.
Oh, Attack
I hope
the
we don't have
Show.
a whole lot of crossover between his show and our show because I want to use some of this shit for tomorrow.
I guarantee. And by the way, where should people go if, of course, they want to watch more of your show?
Doubletoasted.com. That's double toasted, like it sounds. All one word though.
So do you guys? Man, it's so funny. I ran
Was
across
Bridge of
some, like-
Spies good?
Yes, it was great.
It is?
Excellent, I thought.
Yeah.
Is it like I mean,
Yes.
so all right.
It's all of those.
So I mean, like anytime, like Spielberg's got the fast pass for all the Oscars if the movie's watchable, right? Like as long as it's not terrible, he
No,
just
I
gets
don't think
nominated
so.
for
Because
everything.
Spielberg, as our complaint was in the movie, Spielberg will look. You can either get Spielberg just go full Berg,
Yeah,
or he
just
will
Berg it.
or he will just,
just give the
or he will
spiel.
just do just a little bit. He ain't gonna. It's never gonna be Spielberg free.
Yeah.
it's gonna be some hokey, cheesy moment in there. And Bridge of Spies, that's the only complaint that we had. And he had to open me up to that. But it's at the
It's
end.
in the last 5 or
It's-
10 minutes.
He Schindler's
Okay.
List. He does a Schindler's List with this movie, but
Oh,
but
really?
no,
Okay.
it's a. I was saying in our review, when Spielberg isn't trying to balance two fucking movies, or
Yeah.
when he actually goes out and he does something he really cares about, he knows how to tell that story with the script and with the camera, and
Yeah.
so that's when you get true genius Spielberg, and that's why this movie, while it's not, it's not the heyday of Spielberg anymore. We got everybody doing blockbusters, so not everybody's going out there chanting his name, but this movie, I guarantee you, will be considered for Best Picture.
Wow.
Well, especially because they nominate 15 of them, right?
Yeah, it's like
You
the
know.
Special Olympics of fucking movies, man. It's like,
Honestly, like we've seen so many great things just in the last week and a half.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
really?
Like up until just 2 weeks ago, anything I said like, oh, that's gonna be Best Picture, that's in there for Best Picture, ignore that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So listen,
Because there's more good stuff coming.
we only got a month and a half until Star Wars is the only thing shown in all multiplexes all over the place. So like,
I mean, that's certainly the platform of BC, Brushwood Coleman.
Yes, of course, yeah.
If we have our
2015.
way, all movies are Star Wars in the future.
what are the flicks that you guys would say like that you gotta go see before
Like-
Star
like
Wars?
right now, so we
blocks
seen-
out
don't
the
say
sun?
the ones that we just recently saw, because we have to save it for the review, because I know you want to say something.
Okay, I'm thinking about what we reviewed already. Well,
Did
I
you
know what
guys
we reviewed
watch
already.
Beasts of No Nation?
that was one.
Yes.
That might be my favorite right now.
Brian, just watch it.
I watched it last night, and it was agonizing, right? It was like, and I don't know, maybe. I'm still processing, right? So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But it was like watching a house burn down. It was
beautiful house.
agonizing. I mean, yes, it was agonizing and painful, and but I don't know what I got out of it. It's like, I mean, did I learn that war is horrific and children of war are horrific? Then yes, but I think I already knew
It's
that,
deeper
you
than
know?
that. No.
Yeah, that's
it's
like
deeper
if
than
you
that.
watch anything that's bad, you go like, well, what? So, okay, fine. Saving Private Ryan, war is bad.
Well, I mean,
No. Check it out like this. Have you ever seen a movie that has this much horrendous, atrocious violence and have to see it through a kid's eyes like this, and have the and also, did you see this too? I mean, it's multi-layered because. Look, we watch a movie, we watch Saving Private Ryan, horrible violence in that, but we got something that we can go against. Nazis. Hey, fuck them,
Sure,
But this
sure.
here, these are kids who are being forced into war, and you have to look at them. My review was, I looked at them and I said, now, they look like, at first you want to see them as little monsters, but then you have to look at them as victims. You also have to look at them as almost heroic in their bravery for running into this, into the heat of the violence. I'm not saying what they did was heroic, but these
Sure.
are kids.
Well, and they have to be all of them equally at all times.
Yes.
Right? Like they are victims and monsters.
Plus, there
and
are
brave.
There are no winners. It's all gray. There's no like,
Right.
oh, these are the good guys here.
Yeah.
But like even like the bad guys, you go like, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, well, and there are times I remember, and I don't mean this in any kind of negative way. I mean it entirely positive. It felt like a video game at times in that, in many times in video games you're presented with a moral choice, and all of the non-player characters very patiently stand around saying like, "Go, you have to decide." What's it gonna be? And and like that moment, and again, spoilers.
Why did you say that? Because the video game is coming on PS4. and-
Don't. Stop.
For it up.
But and also the fact that, like, as far as I know, both of the factions, I mean, this is a fictitious struggle in an unnamed African country, right?
Yeah.
It's not based on a specific true event that I should have known about, right?
No, it is based on the memoirs of a child soldier.
Right.
The experiences of a child soldier.
But
this war they fictionalized it, so it's
Yeah.
at a certain place or a certain war.
Right, and I guess that's also
I
what
think.
felt strange. I mean, I don't know. It was I've never had this happen, but Bonnie halfway through got mad at me for making us watch this movie.
Make
Like,
your whole family watch it.
no.
Yeah, all three
Jesus
girls.
Christ.
All three girls sat down. It was after a real stirring disagreement.
to see this.
It's like, wait, you don't want to go to bed? Well, then you're gonna sit down and watch this film.
Line to the kids.
Well, it's
Beauty and the Beast of No Nations.
It's funny because both of us
By
were
the way,
engaged.
I am positive that will be the episode title for this, and it is the perfect bookend for the first time you guys are on the show with Hotel Rwanda for Dogs. Beauty and the Beast of No Nations.
There you go.
So like Bonnie at some point, like there's one horrifically graphic scene that involves a kid and the kid's mom and soldiers, and Bonnie just gets up. She's like, all right, what? And meanwhile, like her reaction is utter disgust, and she turns to me like, and I think what she really wanted to say is like. Fucking sell me on bothering to watch the rest of this, right? But meanwhile, I'm so engaged in the moment of this horrific scene that I'm utterly defensive because she's like, "What? Like, why am I watching this? Where is this going?" And then like,
I didn't write this.
like an asshole, I was like, the producers haven't returned my phone calls. They never really explained. I suppose we'll have to watch the rest of the movie. And she's like, "Fuck you." and then she comes back, "No, really." And I was like, "Why is this? Why did you want us to watch this?" I was like, I put letters into all of the press who were talking about it, and they haven't gotten back to me. And so I doubled down on being an asshole, but It just, I don't know, it made me feel something extraordinary, and I can't even decide how I feel about it,
Have you watched 12 Years a Slave?
I did on
Bonnie
a
get
flight.
mad at you for that too?
No, I was thankfully I was on an airplane.
They showed that on an airplane?
Yeah.
Which is, man, it could have been a revolt on that plane.
I mean, it was on the way. Yeah, no.
No, seriously, like when I saw it, I had to sit in the theater by myself for a while. I was like, I can't talk to anybody.
It was really, really difficult. It was very, very difficult. Now, like the only thing I remember being able to, because you kind of have your like, oh, I'm going to talk about this later filter on. The one thing I did think was weird was the parade of white people who showed up to be all like, I support ending this. I'm Brad Pitt. I support ending this. I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. I support ending this.
There is that weird thing, especially in like period movies that deal with race, because like Hotel Rwanda had like that one Nick Nolte character that almost felt like kind of superfluous to it as like the UN general that was really just this like white guilt mouthpiece of like wow, to us you're all N-words anyway, I'm leaving, bye. And it's like meant to be this like an explanation of the faults of white Western civilization and everything, and not saying that's not untrue. It was just really weird that Nick Nolte, it's like, man, we can all still watch 48 Hours, where like he's using that word in far different contexts. It's just weird that now it's like, oh yeah, you're right. That really says something about us, Nick. Like as he's just like sweating and like 2 months away from his big famous crazy like fop mugshot.
Well, here's what you do to make up for this, man.
Wait, whoa. Did I do something wrong?
Sit Bonnie down and you two watch Driving Miss Daisy together, man. That's a nice, decent safe black movie. You know, he helps the
black
white woman.
movie.
Yeah, you know.
Now we feel good again.
Yeah, there you go.
In fact, this is the safe black episode.
She,
For everybody that-
she gives him permission to make water. So,
Make it a double feature with the Legend of Bagger Vance.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, man.
All right, here, I got a movie question that I got to ask you guys, but we do got to talk about Squarespace. Squarespace.com is where you go ahead and make a website, right,
Yeah,
Brian?
man. First of all, let's all be cool here. I like websites. I'm willing to say that out in public. I like websites. I like websites.
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of them.
Okay, look.
I don't like them. Don't trust them.
Okay, you just
Shifty.
haven't met the right.
I don't
websites.
like-
I don't like them unless they're made by Squaresoft.
Okay,
Squarespace.
Squarespace.
I like the ones by Squarespace better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Squaresoft. I tried Squaresoft. Couldn't reboot
There's no
my
Squarespace.
computer. No, yeah. It's a pile of shit. Squaresoft.
Okay.
Squarespace.
All right,
Now that is an A plus.
5, 4, 3, 2. Squarespace is a fast, easy, and reliable way for you to blog your.
Like an easy Sunday drive.
Yep.
Being driven by Morgan Freeman.
No rules, huh?
No, I ain't saying anything.
I'm
Squarespace.com.
keeping quiet.
Use offer code NAP. A lot of people might think it's for Night Attack Podcast. But it's really for take a dirt nap, Squaresoft.
Yeah,
we're not.
I'll tell you what. Squarespace.
We don't
Squarespace
screw
is like
with
a magical caddy that shows up in the middle of the night and teaches you how to make an HTML site. Whether you know how to make a website or not. Whether you're a CSS wizard. Whether you're a
Yeah, Squarespace is like the best friend that says, "Girl, you must be crazy," and then tells you exactly how to build a website.
and they're 100% right.
Yeah.
And because their hosting is
You
distributed.
must be crazy to use any platform but Squarespace.
Well, that's the thing is that Squarespace, their hosting is distributed, which means when it becomes immensely popular, you will be able to keep your website afloat, man.
Absolutely. Squarespace.com, offer code NAP. It's going to do great things for you.
It's going to get you, what, 15% off?
10% off. A lot of people might think
Did we
15 or
just-
20 are numbers. They're not. We've confirmed it. 10% off when you become a customer. Holy crap. Squarespace is the best.
The most amazing thing was like the genuine fear on Bryce's eyes as he did the weirdest hand jazz ever of
They'll go out of business if you say 15. And they'll kill your prostate if you're Tom Hanks.
Squarespace will serve you well and drive you to success. They are the Morgan Freeman of website development.
which is to say they are both the president and God.
yes.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
they are.
All right, so
Also, they were on the electric company.
They are the magical mystical Negroes of website building.
God damn it.
hey, it's done. We're done.
Squarespace.
We don't-
Stop.
We're not going to send that part to him.
I'm not gonna send that.
Although, I mean, if you're going to buy it because of that, then good.
No, in all seriousness, Squarespace is the best, and
They
they are
are.
the best platform.
Absolutely.
And they make you look really, really good.
Indeed.
I found Martin's picture right here. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like Martin a little bit.
So,
Just a tad.
I always
Just a-
fly
Come on,
Okay, I see that.
United.
So does the picture on the back, too.
You know,
Guys,
no.
All right.
we have an important story of
Oh, I'm
cultural
sorry.
significance.
Let me ask you this.
Justin flies United.
So I fly, and they always have this. You can download movies just through their internal Wi-Fi. And one of the movies they've had on there, and I've now watched in pieces, features what I think might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in a movie. And I'm curious, as movie reviewers, whether or not it's the dumbest thing that's happened in a movie in 2015.
Okay.
It's Jupiter Ascending.
Okay.
Channing Tatum rollerblading throughout the entire movie on his air rollerblades.
That's the only problem you
Yeah,
have with
I
that
was
movie.
gonna say, like-
no. Oh, please. I can talk for an
within
hour
Jupiter
and a
Ascending,
half about the
that's-
entire movie.
That's
but
one of
that
the
might
least
be
dumb things in that movie.
just the act of like whenever there's like this big action scene and it's like, lasers are coming in and people are screaming like, get to the bang! And then you're big, a guy who is an action star. It's like, finally, Channing Tatum's here to the rescue.
Yeah, looking like a 70s roller disco movie.
And he's just it's Xanadu.
yeah.
as he
There you
makes
go.
his
Starlight
way.
Express,
yeah, I mean,
exactly.
What's
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
what's the hardest thing? What's the hardest thing about rollerblading? What's the most difficult thing about rollerblading?
Yeah.
Having to come out to your parents that you're gay.
All right. Fair point. Fair point. That movie is fascinating. It is such a train wreck on so many different levels.
That's a horrible film.
And that like it's not even that it's interesting in how terrible it is, and yet it doesn't even get to that like I'm enjoying myself. It is just like such a 50 car wreck.
Well, it seems like whenever these movies try to somehow, I don't know, replicate Heavy Metal Magazine,
Yeah.
The Fifth Element, or the Chronicles of Riddick, or this, it just never quite works.
I feel like even like those two movies
Are better
seem
than that
like
one. I know.
amazing.
Right.
They're both Star Wars
Yeah.
compared to Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
Jupiter Ascending is what caused Hollywood to say, you know what, Wachowskis, whatever their name is, no more money.
Well,
Right.
right.
We're not-
No, but they have a show on
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
mean,
doing well, but that's not a
Sense8
big budget like Jupiter Ascending. It's a $150 million movie. I think even probably $200 million movie that flopped horribly. So Netflix, Sense8 does not cost $200 million.
No. And by the way, Jupiter Ascending was so bad, it made me rethink whether or not The Matrix was good. Like it made me go back and like
Matrix is
read-
still good. First one's still good.
Yeah, and
rewatched
the
it since.
Animatrix, I'll vouch
Yeah,
for
yes.
it. That collection
Yeah,
of short
sure.
stories.
You know,
yeah.
the frustrating thing about seeing big movies like that justifiably flop that bad,
Yeah.
you have people who always come out and they make that same argument every time. Well, every time Hollywood tries to do something original, you guys shoot it down. They did this with that movie. They did it with Tomorrowland.
Oh
It
my
was like,
God! Yeah.
no.
These are boring, stupid movies.
Wait, how is Tomorrowland original when it's based on a theme park?
Yeah, exactly. Man, look it up. Look at the people.
I believe you.
Well, no. But this gets into this weird thing we have now, where people get so invested in like the brand of certain directors,
Sure.
that you can't critically talk about their work. Like Guillermo del Toro,
I was just going to name him.
he's
Robert
he-
Rodriguez,
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, like and you can't even like Guillermo del Toro. I hated Pacific Rim, and yet I still
Same here.
get. We did a spoiler cast with Scott Johnson where I just we both took a shit on it, and like we still
The floodgates
still
open.
get Twitter responses like I don't know. I just like robots and like and it's like no, then stop it. Then go watch Transformers.
Yeah.
Then why are you bitching about that? Like
Yeah, I have to defend Pacific Rim. It's not Transformers.
It's not
you know?
Transformers, but it's
Well, no,
it's still not good.
because for whatever reason he made it 2 hours instead of 4 hours, like all the Transformers. movies.
Yeah.
Like if
mean-
only that you don't spend the extra 2 hours in a theater.
I
it's
forgive you
really
that.
rad.
Well, I'm of the opinion where they are opinions. I don't want to look down on somebody for liking movies.
That's fine, yeah.
But don't. If you like it, just say it appeals to me, and that's what people do with Pacific Rim and a few other movies. They say it just appeals to me. I don't like the people that find other ways to try to defend a movie where it's not that good. If there's a bit of bad
example.
well, if there's a bit of bad dialogue or something silly or music that's misplaced in a Quentin Tarantino movie. For example, in Inglourious Basterds, they played that David Bowie song that came out of fucking nowhere. Before what's her name burns up the theater and and then I tell people and you would and
Was it changes?
no it was not.
Was it heroes? We can be heroes. We can be heroes.
It was the one for like cat people something all the
Oh,
night
burning out
she
the fire
creeps.
with
Was it
gasoline.
Let's
Yeah,
Dance?
that was
Yeah.
it.
Let's
And-
dance.
Put on your red shoes and
Dance.
shut up. But
I am the Jewish face of vengeance. Like, let's dance.
But you've all seen Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
movie. I think
No,
it's
I
brilliant
think it's
parts.
great.
But
Yeah.
I hate when people will admit to you. They'll say, "Yeah, that really didn't work," but then they'll make some stupid argument which makes no sense at all. That's what he does. What the fuck? What does that mean? What does he do? Well, he likes to pick songs and put them in movies. Okay,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about? The same thing with Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland were people who were saying, people defend the movie saying, why did
Brad
it flop?
Bird's
They were
another
supposed to do
one.
something. Yeah, and then you get right down to it. It's people who cried at the Iron Giant. It's like, well, I just like Brad Bird. It's
Yes.
like, come on, man.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like Quentin Tarantino's a director for which, like, I always love his stuff, except for Death Proof, which sucks. But like, when I talk about it, I'm like, listen, I just can't. I'm not going to be able to critically discuss the movie. So I'm not saying that any other opinion's unvalid. It's just he's that director for me. I really like his stuff, and that's fine.
I don't want to ever get into an argument with somebody like my taste is better than yours.
Yeah,
No,
that's for me too. Like I might like I hate to even come out and say like, yeah, I don't like this, because if you say like, well, I really dig it, I was like, well, I don't want to fight you on that, man. Enjoy it. I don't want to say anything else to ruin it for you.
well, that's why I always come out and say I don't want to make a claim saying, man, that movie sucks. I mean, some movies just do, but I like to say I don't think that it was very good, and the majority of people think like me.
You just now blew. Mentioning movies and talking about stuff that one person likes and another person doesn't. I just had a flashback to 10 years ago, maybe a little bit before then, like 2004, 2003. Without context, you introduced me to Corn Dog Man.
Well, Martin introduced me to Corn Dog Man.
Okay, but
Wait,
like,
what is Corn Dog Man?
Jesus Christ. Man, okay, so I'm going to do my best to remember, but it's just like, I was like, because you were me 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, what is Corn Dog Man? And then I can't remember exactly the pitch, but it was basically, it's the best movie ever. like it's like, you are not prepared for it. It's like, it's the most hilarious, amazing thing on the planet.
Wait, all right, so it's a
oh
feature
God, we
film.
set you up to hate it if we said that.
I mean, Corey laughed the entire movie long, really hard.
Did I watch it with you?
Yeah.
Where did we watch it?
At my house.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry
Yeah,
about that, brother.
it might have been. It might have been just
Are
after
we
my
all
birthday.
going to watch Corn Dog Man right
No,
now?
no,
What
no,
is
no, no.
happening?
Apparently not now.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, it was fucked up. It was fucked up watching Corn Dog Man.
All right, so what is...
Now you see how Bonnie feels.
That's it. That's it right there. The Corn Dog Man.
so what... who directed it? When did it come out? What's the deal? A foul-mouthed and bigoted boat salesman in rural South Carolina is targeted for ruthless and never-ending telephone terrorism by a mysterious man claiming to be his son. Directed by
Triple K
Andrew
Marine.
Shea and written by Andrew Shea and many more people. When did it come out? Scroll up. 1999.
Ah, the year that all the great movies came
Yeah,
out.
Yeah,
oh
dude,
yeah.
99
the
was the
Phantom
best.
Menace.
Fucking The Matrix, Fight Club, and we're done,
Yeah.
dude. I mean,
Oh.
it's like.
Oh no. Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Three Kings.
Tarzan.
Three Kings.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Tarzan. American Beauty.
Yep.
I won
me
the
and John
Best
Malkovich.
Picture.
By the way, American Beauty was just Fight Club with a different title, right? I mean, it was the same plot.
Wait,
Dude,
They were very similar.
dude
well,
freaks out,
well,
decides to opt out of the system, blackmails his
Brian,
boss.
here's the thing, Brian. All those movies that were great that year, they all have the theme of identity crisis.
Yeah, they also have the theme of quitting your fucking day job, which this guy did that year. May of '99. It was a magical summer. I was like, screw you, down.
And then Corey showed him Corn Dog. So you didn't like it.
No, I loved it, but I felt
You
so.
did? It
so
didn't sound like that.
No. It was just highly confusing.
There's so much
because,
mystique being built up around Corn Dog Man right now.
Okay, because
I feel like you are just actually sitting on a crate of Corn Dog Man DVDs that we're gonna start selling immediately
do you know what it
after
felt
the
like?
show.
Imagine somebody telling you that Beast of No Nations was hilarious, and you sit down to watch it. And the entire fucking time, someone is cackling his ass off at every line during Beast of No Nation, and I'm like, I guess this is I don't.
You didn't see the humor in it. You saw how fucked up it was.
Yes,
for lack of
yes.
a better
and then
word.
Meanwhile, fucking Corey is
funny movie.
cackling.
It's funny. It's funny.
Okay,
and
can we
disturbing.
explain what's happening?
Okay,
It's funny and how disturbing it is.
Just find us
in
any
the
scene.
movie,
Find us any scene.
it starts out with this guy. He's a boat salesman.
Yeah.
And he gets these calls from a guy who wants to buy a boat.
Yeah.
He keeps calling, never buys the boat, and the guy gets impatient with him. But
By the way, it's Triple K Marine.
yeah, and it's called Triple K Marine.
Triple
Very
K
subtle,
Marine.
Yeah.
subtle messages in this movie. But long after this guy is not buying a boat, he continues to call this man who keeps answering his calls.
Yeah.
And he keeps dropping hints that he might be his son, but he just screws with the guy through the whole thing. And there's a big reveal, but most of the movie is just I don't know why he didn't laugh, because this guy's he's just pranking this guy the whole time.
He is-
And
All right, well here we go. Here's the Corn Dog Man trailer.
Is a funny thing.
Yeah, good afternoon. What can I do for you?
Sometimes you can live a whole lifetime without thinking about the past.
Who are you? I mean, do I know you?
But just as you're
Look at
ready to
this.
live out your golden years,
What do you want?
the past has a way of reaching out and biting you on the ass.
If I ever find out who you are, I'm gonna kid you deader than a goddamn hammer.
Well, I'll tell you who I am.
He just says shit like that all through the movie.
I'm your son.
From the 1999 Sundance Film Festival comes a dark and haunting tale of harassment and revenge
Look at this. It's a fucking comedy.
Any more of this?
and the consequences of bigotry.
What?
Sundance Channel.
That is a hard left turn. Holy shit. For the audio listeners, and by the way, we are getting standard issue paint by numbers late 90s comedy trailer, right? It's like it's like Jim McGerber is a
In a
mailman. Like Jill McGeebeer is a landlady. Like,
You should listen to the way the guy says it. I mean, it's such a comedy that he even says bigotry funny and bigotry.
yeah, exactly. No, like in the same way
A
he'd be
heartwarming
like,
tale.
like he finds out when love isn't on the leash. Like, you know, it's like the same tone. But Bryce, go back. So
Jesus
it's first it goes to a flashback, which has been set up early in the trailer of him as a young man,
like
but
in some kind of like initiation, and you see a black woman in a cardboard box
while a
clearly
bunch of fucking
terrified.
white guys are yelling and screaming, and she's terrified. And then what I assume to be him in blackface, in like Sambo blackface with like big red lips and the white
makes
outline.
sense. It all makes sense.
Nah, I
But
wouldn't- I would
no,
go so far
but
as
go
to say
back
it
and
makes
play it
sense.
back real time with the music.
And the consequences of
And those
bigotry.
wacky consequences.
That your face.
Sundance Channel presents The Corn Dog Man.
Man, you know what? It's a comedic performance by this guy for like 90% of the movie.
It's mostly a bottle film between two guys. The main guy you see, Noble Willingham, who won an award for this, and the other guy on the phone the whole time, who you never
Brian
really
Rush.
see.
Who you never see, yeah.
Brian Brushwood
He
Award.
obviously didn't get the Brian Brushwood Award for his performance. He hated him.
No, I
I
hate
get it. Brian
racism.
liked it, but he was.
By the way, apparently
I
this
just don't
Well, you
understand.
over here laughing.
Corn Dog Man has a 77% freshness rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
And you know what?
yeah,
Martin had watched
Critically lauded.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If
First
Martin
of all,
had seen it, he would have been laughing as much as I.
all right. Watch this movie. You know what? Let's regroup next week.
Movie
Everybody
club?
watch this.
Movie
Yeah, movie
club?
club. Movie club. We'll have a final judgment on
Corn Dog Man.
Wow.
Is Corn Dog Man
Brilliant
Wait,
piece
so wait,
of
what is our
cinema.
question though? What is our thesis?
Well, the question
Corn
is-
Dog Man is funny, and we're proving it. Yes or no?
No, okay. First of all, the
Mostly funny.
the question is, does the BC party support Corn Dog Man, and what
do.
will that do for British Columbia?
BC stands for Brian's Corn Dogs.
God damn it!
Yes, Brian's Corn Dog. He waves it all so well. It's crunchy.
Triple K Marine. What? Who is this? He's like the worst Jerky Boys recipient ever. He's like, who is this? If I ever find out who this, he's like Mo at Mo's Tavern.
Like he never stops answering the phone. He knows good and well who it is.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant performance.
But it's just one of these where he's like, he's already salesman of the month, but he wants to hold on to that title, so he won't pass up a sale. So he answers the phone, compulsively answers the phone every time.
Yeah.
And it's 1999 when caller ID wasn't a thing. At
And-
least not in South
Sure.
Carolina.
And,
Yeah.
also, at some point, the Corn Dog Man is not so subtle. He's like,
Corn Dog
anyway, I'm your son. You raped a black woman once, and I'm called a torture.
You who don't want to know anything about Star Wars.
You know what? Everybody tell Brian.
That shit
everything
was
about
in the
Star Wars.
trailer. That shit was in the trailer.
Whoa! That
Good
wasn't in the
context. You know
trailer.
what? In the Star Wars movie, John Boyega, he's the son of Leia and Lando
God
Calrissian.
damn it! God damn it!
Oh shit!
Even Big Head is over here saying that's foul, man.
That was. I know. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a spoiler until you confirmed it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah. That's.
all right.
butt
People already
passing.
buying tickets for the Corn Dog Man, right now. And you were spoiling this for them. How dare you, man?
That'd be great counter programming to Star Wars. It's just like a reissue of Corn Dog Man.
Special edition.
Yes. George Lucas is like, listen, I sold Star Wars, but I could still fuck with Corn Dog Man.
Corn Dog Man is nothing but George Lucas answering the phone. He's like, "Why did you fuck up the prequel so much? This is the greatest disappointment."
I don't know. It was just a decision I made. I just.
I'm your producer.
What is wrong with your face?
Well, he would CGI caller ID into the shots.
Yes.
Yeah. Holy shit. All right. Well,
At one time in ET, all the rifles were going to be corn dogs. So yeah.
and they were just like ADR in, like,
Yes.
I'm hungry. Well,
Yes.
as soon as we catch this alien. Folks, I think we're at the end of the show here.
We got to
Korey-
take a moment to do Diamond Time.
Oh my
right?
God!
Yeah.
Yes. Diamond Time, of course. Diamond Time is where
Diamond
you guys
Time.
can shout out your projects right here on the program. Go on over to diamondclub.reddit.com and tell us what you're working on, and we will shout it out at the end of the show. Our top
Hells yeah.
is from BioCow, who says, "Psst, chat realm, I'm gonna get real with you for a minute. We all know why Night Attack is so great, right? Not because Brian and Justin are funny.
No,
I mean,
we're not.
They're funny and all, but what really makes it
lies.
special is you. With that said, I need your help. Chat Realm Feud is running low on questions, and we need to answer the last batch of them. Brian, don't click this link. Go to dctv.link/chatroomfeud2, number 2. He said, don't click the link.
I know. I'm just hovering over it.
And you'll find
For
13
dramatic tension.
woo, spooky new questions to answer, including a Halloween-themed one. Remember to keep your answers short and simple, and although crazy answers are funny, if they're too off the wall, then they don't match up with other answers, and they don't make it on the board. Peace
Yeah,
and
dude.
love, BioCow.
Answer shit for reals. We have from R.S. Malik. He says, it's time to go back. After 10 years, I'm finally rewatching my favorite TV show, Lost, Season 1, and I'm discussing it with an older, persnickety gentleman from Sweden who's never seen it. Felonious co-host is a... Wait, Felonious co-host is...
No,
is it-
that's like he's letting you know that Felonious is his co-host.
I never thought that Felonious was a real name. I thought that, Felonious Monk was like a made-up name that was hilarious because it was made up.
Racist.
Felonious co-host is an ex-English teach with amazing intuition on the characters right off the bat. I'm a longtime armchair treasure hunter reliving the glory days of speculation and theorizing. What sort of discussion will two consummate storytellers get up to? Find out as we discuss previously on Lost. Episodes will air weekly on Saturdays. We'll generally cover 2 to 3 episodes per show. He gives a link, but I'm not going to list it. I'm going to list this simple shortener, dctv.link/YOLO420 Lost Swag.
And California Carl says, hey, everyone, I've got a little writing project that I need some help from 1 or 2 people who can answer questions I have about the Bay Area. In particular, I'm looking for info on the Mission District in San Francisco and the areas of Oakland between 980 and Lake Merritt. If you got the knowledge, get in touch at California Carl on Twitter and at user California Carl. Yes, this is all places where I either work or live, and I don't know why Carl didn't just text me.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Way to go, Carl. Hey, let's take a moment for the movie draft minute. He said very slowly.
Movie Draft Minute presented by...
Is that Corn Dog Man? Corn Dog Man.
Corn Dog Man. He's like, Triple K Marine. How'd you like to know how the movies are doing?
Welcome to the Movie
who is
Draft
this?
Minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of October 19th, 2015. I'm your host Roberto Villegas. Roberto is sick this week and unable to record. So say hello to your new robot overlord, me. With that said, let's go check out the scoreboard. Christy Cates and Brian Brushwood are both tied for 5th place, still waiting for their first movie. Justin Robert Young is in 4th place, with $2.2 million, and Steve Jobs still only in limited release. Tom Merritt jumps into 3rd place with Goosebumps making $23.6 million. Brian Ibbott is in 2nd place with $54.2 million. And in 1st place with a whopping $143.5 million, it's Malango AE. And that is your movie draft minute for the week of October 19th, 2015.
Hey, man. There's only one other thing we'd like to talk about.
By the way, I think that we can just stop doing these because I think you won the movie draft tonight.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
Name one piece of evidence that would prove that.
The 6 websites that crashed while I was trying to buy one ticket to see a movie 2 months before it comes out.
Yeah, we had to invent a new rule for the movie draft this year because we knew that everyone could just throw $100 at Star Wars and win. So what we did is once it got to 100, you were able to keep bidding, but you took a reduced portion of the total Star Wars stake. So I ended up bidding all $100 on 75% of Star Wars. So the question is whether 75% of whatever Star Wars makes is enough to outperform everyone else's slate. So we'll see.
I say trade and sell again is what I would do.
I got a good feeling about Point Break.
I feel like the world was crying out. Finally, we can update Point Break
It's
with
the
action
dark horse
sports.
of the season, yes.
Because Fast and the Furious didn't quite do it.
Yeah.
There is one other thing we talk about every week, and I don't think these gentlemen know anything about it.
Ooh,
There's
I'm
what?
so excited, Martin. A surprise. Big head over there.
I'm.
There's a reality competition show that I'm a part of.
Oh my
You still doing that?
Brian Brushwood
God damn it.
gets the goddamn gold star because you guys felt like this was a pretty good episode. We had a fun time. We laughed really hard. We
Yeah,
brought
we
up
didn't get you guys
Corn
to
Dog
fight.
Man.
Get ready
We
for us
didn't
to fight in the biggest way.
Oh my God, this is the Christmas present. So do you know how long y'all been friends with Brian?
Since '99, when he quit his day job.
His
to do
day
magic.
job at Dell, right?
Yes.
If I were to tell you that Brian went to Los Angeles to participate in a project, what would you guess that project would be about?
America's Got Talent.
Okay, America's Got Talent.
America's Got Magic.
America's all right. So something magic based. He's a magician. He would go and bare his soul.
Chopped
people.
on the Food Channel.
Okay, another one. A good guess.
I'll just throw it
Shot-
out there.
That's fine. No, yeah. What if I were to tell you? This is like a 30 for 30. What if I told you that your friend Brian Brushwood went out to Los Angeles to compete in a dance competition? And that dance competition was amongst YouTube stars. I don't know why I'm putting it in quotes. They're all
we're
YouTube stars.
we're actual YouTube
they're actual
stars.
YouTube
Yeah,
stars.
yeah.
But that qualification means that he is fucking Dumbledore compared to the 10-year-olds that are all competing against him because everybody else on YouTube was born
20 minutes ago.
7 years after the
So-
Phantom Menace came out.
So he's on YouTube, likes to dance.
Yes.
Yes.
It's called Dance Showdown, and I believe a new episode just released.
By the way, just go to Martin's face.
I
Martin's
just want to
face
feel like
is-
I wanted to think this is not true because I think better of you, Brian, and I don't want to have to lower my opinion and respect because you're not a fame whore who would do something like
Of
that.
course. No. And we will do what we did. Do me a favor. Get your phone out. Text Corey how much you got paid for it, and we'll get their live reaction. Meanwhile, Bryce, you go ahead and queue up. This is the most recent episode. It's airing week by week. Go ahead to.
So you get paid for this per episode then?
I got paid to do it.
Yeah, so this is, let's go ahead and take a look. This is this week's episode. This is Brian.
French fries.
I didn't know that part.
Come on now.
I don't know.
See, we're going to have a talk after
That's,
this.
yeah, that's different.
But we tight.
I think we're we're good.
We're good?
Well, this is off to a good start already.
All right, now we got Brian and Bryn.
God
We
damn
have
it.
a
Okay,
team.
so first of all, to set this up, we had to do musical charades, right? And so you had 1 minute to convey as many dance moves as you could, and the other person had to guess them. And so a couple of things to consider. I don't know a lot of dance moves. I was definitely furiously Googling.
Well,
on my
I'm looking at
phone.
how much you got paid. You're not a fame whore. You're just a whore.
Wow. It's impressive, but probably still not enough.
You know, you expect Martin to be like, golly. Martin like,
Well, no. It's not golly money, but it's definitely like, all right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
let us see this. Let us see the episode.
The going
So
rate
here
of
we go.
dignity is kind of low these days.
But let's see. Maybe it's not embarrassing.
I don't know. It's embarrassing.
Maybe it's not.
Embarrassing.
Maybe it's not embarrassing.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
It's embarrassing.
Okay.
Oh, so
We start.
okay, your competition is
3,
one of your daughter's
2,
friends.
1.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, man. You can't do this one.
Pause.
Wow,
Pause.
that was a softball.
Pause.
You got paid too much.
Yeah.
By
no
the way,
shit.
what we just watched for the audio listeners was you're doing musical charades, right? So they're showing a dance, and you have to do the dance, and the other person has to guess.
Right.
The sign was the Carlton.
Right?
Yes.
And for the record, 2 people in the chat got it instantly. Mitsula and Beef both simultaneously said, that's the Charleston he's doing. So I was right in that. No. I mean, the Carlton is not the Charleston, but I thought
That's not
that
even
was
the Charleston.
fucking the two white people in the chat thought it was.
Well, there's your problem.
Okay.
Oh!
Fair enough.
That didn't
Fair
make
enough.
sense
That's
as
a
an L.
shitty Charleston.
Do you know what the Carlton
See,
is?
look at that. I fucking
Pass.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, Brian, wait.
Yeah, no, I do now, motherfucker.
You do now.
I failed on a fucking. The whole world knows I do. Yeah, look, I know.
Damn,
Oh,
man, you
that
call
was-
you motherfucker. You gonna take that? On your
And
own
it's-
show,
it's-
too.
They teach it to you on the show?
Well, no,
I should probably watch it.
What I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Here we go. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, of course. Right.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, got it. All right,
You're
next.
from El Salvador, right? Even he knew what the.
Yeah, no, okay, that's great. But it's because all they have is reruns from the 90s. They haven't caught up to normal television yet.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to set you up. Like
Okay, so you're replaying it. That's adorable. Okay, good. All
right, so here we go.
And then the next one is the Macarena. We got instantly.
Macarena.
Nice.
All right, now the Soldier Boy is what's the difference between the
No,
the
you
super-
actually you do better at the Soldier Boy than
See?
you did the
So
Carlton.
this is not my fault that I'm failing on this one. This is on her.
No, this is only because I know you. This
Right.
is how I would imagine you would do the Soldier
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah. Okay, but she's she said Superman, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah, you
no,
doing
that's the
Superman.
line. That's the come on, and I'm like, give up time.
The Roger Rabbit is up now.
See, now that's the Running Man
That's
I'm
the
doing,
Running
right?
Man. Yeah.
I don't know the difference between the Roger Rabbit and the Running Man. Do you?
Rabbit is.
Roger Rabbit, something like that. Go
Say, oh shit. So you guys don't know?
No, yeah, I would not know the Roger Rabbit.
Wait, you even had Justin as one of the
Vindication.
judges?
What'd you say?
I said he even had you as one of the judges there.
Yeah. Here's how to do the Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. I don't know if you remember that movie, but Roger Rabbit, the dance, was named because that was the amazingly popular movie at that time.
Wow,
So,
this is super
we
helpful.
have
Rabbit never did the dance. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Oh,
Roger
yeah,
Rabbit,
so that is like you put both
Wait,
arms kind of like.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I never knew that's what that was called.
That's shit. So I was
No,
looking this.
no, you're pretty close, yeah.
God damn it.
Well, you're doing a Running Man, but the Roger Rabbit.
Well, yeah, but it looks the same. I can't.
Similar.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
close.
Well, fuck,
I
dude.
see Guillermo del Toro is one of the
Oh,
guest
fucking
judges.
right.
That's Justin right there. You thinking the contest is rigged?
Is that you, Justin, for real?
No.
This is your last pass.
Oh, no.
All right, here we go.
What the hell did you do?
Wait,
what was
it's
that?
called the snake. What is the snake?
Now you're doing a Roger Rabbit.
Well, she called it the Running Man the first time, so now I did the same moves again,
That's it.
and that works. And then I got moonwalk, and I got halfway through, and then they called her time. Now here's the part. Wait, pause. This is the part that I truly become an asshole.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean, let's admit it. There's only one person's fault for the poor performance. It's not mine, right? I mean, it is. It's not hers. It's mine, right?
Sure.
So what would an asshole do the moment they go to the confessional booth and talk
Blame
about
her.
things? Huh?
Just drop gigantic bombs,
Huh.
and just totally submarine her.
Huh? All right. Let's see how it works.
Well, this bitch knew what I was
Good
doing.
job, guys.
Hoo boy. I don't want to say there's going to be an international incident, but I do feel like I want to know how calibrated those clocks were, because I felt like we got 4 in.
I agree with you.
I mean, you
Well, you know what?
you
We
had the word like
totally did.
moonwalk, and then they're like,
Yeah,
nah.
I know.
But outside of that, I mean,
technically, we got 4 right.
yeah, I mean, look, I mean, we could just say that, right? I mean, what are they going to call us? What are they going to censor this?
But
No.
the buzzard.
Do you know the jellyfish?
Yeah.
You got a jellyfish.
Wait, we don't pound it at all.
No, you got. I'm sorry. That
It's like
was
a
rude
big-
of me.
okay.
A bigger jellyfish.
Oh.
Now we have
Straight out of the OMG
I know,
Chad
you fucking
arsenal.
ripped that off from Chad.
All right, first of all, I was there when Chad learned that shit, so we fucking both stole it from the same source.
Okay, gotcha.
And you're okay with people
So you
knowing
didn't?
you did this?
Oh, jeez. So you cast judgment upon your friend Brian.
I'm not judgmental, but I watch something like this, and I got to say something.
Okay.
Okay.
What would you like to say?
Don't let this happen again, Brian.
Does this lose
He says
Brian?
this as a friend, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
Because I care about you.
Does this lose him Austin cred?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry.
There's no way around it. That's fine. That's
So
fine.
you went. What is that? American.
Dude, all right.
Dan Showdown.
No, what's the show that's on actual television? It's
Dancing with the
Dancing
Stars?
with the Stars.
Yeah.
So
you think you can dance?
So you think you can dance?
Well, no, that one's different. That's people who think
That's
they
like
can
pro
dance.
dancers competing against each other.
Yeah.
So you have what is it? A Dancing with the Stars,
Yeah.
where D-list actors go to die.
Yeah.
They don't have a Love Boat or Fantasy Island anymore.
So
they go on that show.
So you did the poor man's version of that.
Yeah.
show, right?
I
The
slightly less poor
youth-oriented
now.
version
Oh yeah.
of that. Aging demo for Dancing with the
By the way-
Stars.
by the
There's so
way-
many times you can put on Steve Gutenberg.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Everybody got either 3 or 4. I like to say we got 4, and then there was one couple that did a big number. Can you find? Roughly. You know who I'm.
Everyone did.
Dude,
Can I
somebody
please get the
watches.
following teams to step forward?
that
B
Mary J.
Squared,
Blige?
Guns and Glam, Beauty and the Beat. Guys, good news. You all got last place.
Yeah.
But at least those together, you guys
This
all
is
got
not
3
what I
points.
wanted you to show.
Wow, fuck you, dude.
Oh, wait, you haven't seen this? Oh, I thought for sure you would have seen this. Somebody got 18.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Everybody got 3 and 4, and then
Shabba-doo.
one, and then here, go to
Like a fat Ralph Macchio.
now. Listen,
We definitely got
back it up. You're looking for Gabby and.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
there you go.
That's a
It's
friend.
fine.
I'm
Back it
sorry.
All right, look at this. This is
Carlton. Superman. Crank that. Ooh.
Pass.
Come on.
Pass. Oh, I'm up.
Macarena.
Yep.
Running Man.
Yep.
Snake.
Yep.
Moonwalk.
Oh my God.
Twerk.
Oh my God. Why are you good at that?
Whip.
What the heck is this?
God.
Superman. Oh. Charleston.
Oh my God.
Swing. Twist. Harlem Shake.
Damn.
Gangnam Style. Nay Nay. Stanky Leg. Single ladies. Put a ring on it.
Oh.
Popping. Locking.
Oh.
Locking. Hand jive.
Damn.
Charleston
No,
again.
wait, no, it's this one. Wait.
Time. What the hell?
Okay.
all right. But the
okay,
good. All
Brian.
right, pause. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I see something here.
Yeah?
That we should all be thankful for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you lost before you got to twerking.
Yes.
Because that was next.
Bullet dodge. Bullet dodge. You're like, oh no, wait, we didn't get moonwalk. No. You should be thinking,
Yeah.
thank God I didn't have to pop that ass
By the
on
way,
fucking YouTube.
Fucking for the record, there's a moment when they're mentioning like, oh, I'm so and so, I'm so and so. They're like, I'm so and so, I'm 19 years old, and then it just like a lightning bolt strikes me. I'm like, I am more than twice as old as this competitor. This is fucking insane.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure they handled it with total super class. Let's see what they said.
Good. That was good, you little.
What just happened?
Somebody's playing the Jedi mind trick on us.
That's not a Jedi mind trick.
Why was the tour? Why were you so quick? Like you started before you even saw.
As soon as I saw the T, I was like, oh.
Get the leg ready.
Go ahead and get it.
I don't know how to do
That's your
that.
celebration?
Nailed it.
Yeah, like John Elway at the Super Bowl.
I don't get that reference,
MVP.
but we nailed it.
She wasn't born.
Like Lady Gaga at the Grammys.
We did real good. No, we killed it.
18 out of 20.
And we were about to
Yo.
get mashed potato but the time ran up. But we would have had mashed potatoes.
I think we did
good.
pretty
That's
good.
good that
only
you almost
because
got
Dietrich
19.
kept going.
Wow.
You got a double down.
Wait,
on that.
hold on, wait a minute. Did you guys realize that this developed into like actual shade from Brian? Like this started out
I know.
as like
that's why I was like, man, you can't go any lower. But you're actually like harboring animosity towards these people.
No. Initially, this bit was just going to be okay. We'll have Korey and Martin make fun of Brian for doing the dance show, and also right now let everybody know that the only way that this makes sense where we show and embarrass Brian on the show is if everybody votes for Brian, because this is a voting-driven contest. So let's go ahead and get that link in the chat room. But like Brian's like, we're like, oh, look at what embarrassing thing Brian did on a summer vacation, and Brian's like, yeah, I know, it's so embarrassing. Except for Susie, she's a real bitch.
That's not,
like you won't fucking
Gabby,
believe
Gabby
it.
is a
This
delight.
is like a
She's
high school
delight.
production that happened at the school, but you're that counselor who tries to be down with the kids.
All right, first of all, I'm not down with any one of the.
You know, I will say this, man, and I'm not even talking bad about you. It's like, but when I see the age-appropriate people on there, it looks like a really fun show.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Well, I'm not even talking bad about you. It looks like a cool show. It just it does get to the point like, why the fuck are you on there? You know? But it's a cool show.
By the way, I could tell because the producers are like, we're so glad that you're on the show. I like we.
Yeah, because they
really
want someone to make
needed some
Seinfeld
texture.
references too.
But for the record,
They're sick of saying shrinkage and having a blank stare.
For the record, the moment I said yes, I was like, look, I'm doing it, so we'll have 2 really good months of Night Attack. That's all that matters.
No, you took you know what? You knew what you were
took a
doing.
hit
Yeah.
for
I know,
the
because
show.
you knew this would be good material for you.
yeah.
No, you did the right thing, man. You did exactly right.
DCTV.link/Brian Vote 2, the number 2, the numeral. You got 1 day,
And again,
18 hours left to vote.
there will be the episode that we are previewing. Of course, you can and should subscribe to on Vessel, but it'll be on YouTube within a few days, and watch it. and vote.
Tuesdays. How convenient that they have it out on Tuesdays.
Wow.
I like
You're
the way,
doing well.
I want to apologize. I like the way we're supposed to use it as a segment to make fun of Brian, and I just
Yeah.
went way too far where Justin was just like, man, stop.
Well,
Dude,
no,
make
no.
fun
The
of
only
everyone, stop.
No. The only thing is just like, and normally like we like who gives a shit, right? It's just one of those things where it's like part of why they bring in the YouTube people and probably like they bring in the new media people. It's because they want the promo and everything. It's just like
I know.
we
I
can
didn't
shit
mean
on
anything
it.
bad.
We
I
can't
didn't
just like because also I think isn't the guy that you called the Fat Ralph Macchio like the head of it? Like,
Dude, no,
he's,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
The
producer
only
of
reason
it.
why I said that because he got snippy with you guys because he's like, you're all in last place. Like, you say I was defending.
Oh,
like,
you
was-
know,
don't
it's a
talk
good
to
point.
him like
That's
that.
good
Man,
point.
that wasn't-
I will say that dude Dietrich, he just radiates joy. Okay, god damn it. I just
Is there a DJ on that?
And the D is for douche, right?
God damn it.
Oh!
Yeah, you thought I was.
I know. Hey, listen, we're already
Wait, are
here.
they sponsors too? God damn it.
No.
And we don't even mean half the stuff we're talking about. We're just
we're
just
just
sitting up there
playing.
firing fucking
No.
bullets, man.
Oh, we're just joking
Shooting at
around.
nothing.
But
They're good guys.
seriously though, fuck SquareSoft because it's a pile of garbage.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Squaresoft. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man,
you just lost that
I'll
sponsorship.
tell you what Squaresoft is my heart. When I
Squares-
think about you guys, I think about all the stuff that we learned today. Think
Yeah.
about how we became whole. I think about how we threaded the stone needle, and
We didn't fight.
We didn't fight.
High five.
We only harbored quiet resentment for each other.
For the corn dog man.
For the corn dog man.
And everything that he did. Spoiler alert.
Tried to bond with you over the corn dog, man, and just in 10 years later, I'm hearing that I bothered you.
Brian,
No,
that's your
it
problem.
was-
You hold things back.
It was just surreal. It was a surreal experience.
I'm glad you told me this so you and I didn't blow up at each other. You know?
See, this
we
is,
got this out in a very
we
peaceful way.
learned that honesty matters.
Korey and Martin, doubletoasted.com. You guys got anything big coming up or?
Oh man, we got a big Halloween party coming up on Halloween night. It's gonna be
Awesome. Where's it gonna be?
At the Lost Well in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, on Weberville Road. Look it up. You'll find the address. Yeah, big Halloween party coming up. We're giving cash prizes away for the best Halloween costumes.
All you got to do to get in is be 21 or older and wear a costume.
Nice. And all
Hot
that
as
information at doubletoasted.com. You guys do, the SoundCloud account alone is super awesome. You guys upload everything.
Yeah, you can listen for free or watch the show live streaming for $1 a show or just a mere $6.99 a month.
Hells yeah, man.
Dude, best. And you're, like, what we make.
And we
per
do
episode.
what 4 or 5
Stop
shows
that.
a week.
No, we don't. We do like about
All right,
5 or
look,
6
we
shows
get it.
now.
We get it. If you're black, you got huge dicks.
Yes.
Dying of fire.
See you next Tuesday.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.